Hello, it's Karen, the Weekend Craftaholic. Thanks for joining me for day 8 of my 12 days of Christmas crafting. Now, today I'm playing with these alcohol inks, and you can see I also bought myself a few mixatives as well to go with it. And what I'm showing you here is just some this alcohol isopropylene, which I would recommend if you're going to try this with any baubles. Make sure that you give them a good clean first so they don't leave any marks. I'm also going to use this alcohol blending solution as well, and what I'm going to do basically, I've got 4 different glass baubles and I want to show you 4 different techniques with these. So first of all, this is the box that they came in, so I've just turned it upside down and I'm just making little holes, taking off the tops of the glass baubles, and I just want to make sure that they're going to be able to go back on there so that when I'm leaving them to dry, they've got somewhere that they can dry and still be upright. So the first technique I want to show you, I'm just going to use this Mod Podge and I'm just going to paint the bottom part of this bauble in this, and I know it's going to dry clear, and then I'm just using some silver glitter just to cover that, and then you'll see at the end of the video I'm going to show you 4 little videos of the finished products on the tree, and you'll see that I do put a little bit of a green branch inside it as well once that's dried. But for the purposes of this, all I'm going to do really is, like I say, add that glue or Mod Podge and then just cover it with glitter. Nice, quick and simple project to do. Now for this one I'm using the alcohol inks, and I'm going to do 2 different techniques. This first one is where the alcohol inks are on the inside, and the next one will be when they're on the outside. Now I do actually like this effect because you do get some little kind of, I don't know what they are, they're like thicker pieces that kind of clock together, and I'm just using a couple of different colours because I am having blue as my theme for Christmas. I'm just using a couple of shades of blue and I'm just kind of twirling them around. You can get to the point where there's too much colour, so you do see me pour this out now just to try and get rid of some of that. But I love the way that this effect, it's almost like a staining effect that it gives with the alcohol inks, which is really cool. If you want to use different colours, I'd suggest wait until they're dry and lay them up so they don't all smush up. But other than that, this again is a nice, quick and easy project, and the alcohol ink does dry pretty quick actually. And you can see here, I've just slowed that video down so you can see the finished effect of that, which looks quite nice and mottled. Now I have cheated a little with this video because I did want to keep these within 5 minutes. I've sped them up in double time just to try and make sure it's not too long of a video and you're not too bored watching too much of this detail. But you can see here with this one now, I'm doing the alcohol inks on the outside, and this actually turns out to be my favourite one. I'm just using a little sponge just to apply it on, and what I really love about these alcohol inks is the way the edges of them have that darker effect. So you really get like a bit of a staining effect with that, as you would if you'd left like a coffee or a tea stain ring on a coaster, that kind of thing. I'm applying some of the mixative in the middle, but I have to say I really don't like the effect after I've done. And again, what I love about these is when you use that alcohol blending solution, it almost acts like a bit of an eraser. It can lighten the colour of the ink, but it also just kind of gets rid of it as well. If you wipe it away, it can remove that alcohol ink as well for you. Again, I'm just using a couple of shades of the blues just to get like a bit of a two-tone effect on this, and just by dabbing that with the sponge effect is what really will give you that kind of textured look as well, and it almost does little imprints of the alcohol inks on top of the bauble, and just by dabbing it like this. So I really do love the effect of this as well. Obviously it's also very random, and you can see here this is where I go over the silver with no trouble whatsoever. Again, this is very quick. Although I have sped this video up, I managed to do all 4 baubles in probably, well, definitely less than an hour, I would say, by the time they were dried. And that one is nearly done. And again, I've slowed down the video so you could see that effect. And this last effect, again, I'm using the glue or the Mod Podge inside, so very similar to the first video where I had glitter on the outside. I'm now going to put glitter on the inside, and this is quite thick confetti really, it's not the fine glitter at all. This one ended up being a bit of a fail for me because unfortunately the Mod Podge didn't dry clear on the inside. I have no idea why. Normally it always dries clear. It might be the heat that we've got here in Australia at the moment. It is very hot. But you can see here, this was the first bauble with the little green tree inside. This is my favourite one with that staining of the colours. This is the second one I did where I used the alcohol inks on the inside, and it, like I say, it's a good effect but not as good as the one on the outside in my opinion. And then finally, as I mentioned, you can see the last one that I did, which unfortunately still got some of the white at the bottom showing, but I really do like that blue coloured effect inside. I hope you enjoyed this quick video for day 8, and I hope you'll come back and join me tomorrow for day 9 of my 12 days of Christmas crafting. Thanks for watching.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you've got any comments about this video, please leave them below. I'd love to see them. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. That way YouTube knows to recommend similar ones for you. And finally, if you'd like to see more from me, and I hope so, please subscribe by clicking the link below. I post new content every weekend.